there, studio owner. You've put your blood, sweat, and tears into creating a brick and mortar business that serves your clients and impacts the community you love. You are my hero. And I'm pretty sure we could sit down and talk like besties do, because I get it. I've had my studio business for over 12 years, a handful of kids, and a few passion projects that I love. Like this one. Hey there, I'm Melissa Rose, your visibility coach for the studio owner who wants more stellar clients coming through their doors, more bank in their bank account, and more time to hang out and be completely present with those they love most. In this podcast, we're going to share the nitty-gritty of running a successful studio business, sharing stories, talking strategy, and learning practical tips that leave you inspired, empowered, and equipped to create your epic life every single day. So, if you're a dance studio, yoga studio, Pilates studio, or a fitness boutique studio, you are in the right place. Add some kiddos into the mix and maybe a life partner, and I call you a rebel woman. Ready to dive in? Let's get real. A recession does not mean not showing up. Hey there, rebel women. How are you? We are into October, which also means we're into this final quarter of 2022, and we are also kind of in that little bit of a slump as far as mindset maybe. I know for me, September is like a new year because we enroll new students in our studio. And maybe you have a bump in enrollment and clients in the fall. And then we have these goals that like get re-energized, right? And then like 3-4 weeks in, just as it is in January, early February, the goals feel heavy. They start to feel real. And then we get the news that we're officially in a recession, which we knew was coming, but we can maybe feel like, oh, here we go again, right? Just like that song. Welcome to the podcast, Rebel Women. How are you? I am going to be super real because we had a launch in my business that was a couple weeks ago when this comes out, and it wasn't going well. In fact, it wasn't going well at all. Like it was, if you looked at it, you should just say, Melissa, give this up. It's a great idea that needs to be put to bed. And I want to talk about the mindset it took to keep going. And I want to talk about the actions to get there, because I know all of you probably have different things that you come up in your studio, whether it's an event or a new class session or a new pop-up class or, a client appreciation event that you want to get out there to people, right? And you need to do the legwork to get in there. And sometimes I have found in my business that the first time you launch it sometimes is the easiest because it's so exciting and you're talking about it because you can't help but talk about it because it's new and exciting. It's when we do it 2, 3, 4 times that it starts to get hard and heavy. And that's when you really have to go to your systems and go to what you've done before and go, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to do better? What can I improve? What can I do more of? Right? So I have this spoke in my business that involves working with other business owners and them coming on board to create a resource for our community. And I am super passionate about this project. I think it's such a great way for like-minded businesses to work together and get our brands out there, cross-promoting each other. And this was going down, this whole project launch was going down the 3rd and 4th week of September. And like I said at the top of the podcast, it is that time of year when the goals start to get heavy. And it was not going well. So I'm going to break down what needed to happen for Ms. Melissa Rose to turn it around and make it work. Before I dive in, if you are brand new, welcome to the podcast. This is Brick and Mortar Visibility, where we talk all things about running a studio business, from marketing to team to mindset to systems to all the things, so that you can grow and scale your studio business so that you have more time for you and the people you love, more bank in your bank account, all those fun things. And you have a business that is thriving and is essential to your community, right? Because we love our communities. We want to be we want to create a legacy for our communities, and our communities love us. So this is why we do it, as well as the service that we offer. We are super passionate about it, and we are here to radiate out into our community and offer good. So if that describes you, you are in the right place, and I am super excited for you to be here. For those of you that have been around, thank you so much for being here. I do have some free workshops. If you are newer around here, grab those. The links are in the bio. I would love to have you hop on and see those. Those are totally free, on demand, whenever you need. And then if you are interested in working together, I help that business owner scale, grow and scale through teams, systems, automation, and online aspects. So if that is something that you're interested in, just get a 20-minute phone call. Let's chat. Let's see what your needs and desires are and see if we are a match to work together. So I want to go into the 3 things that I needed to do to turn this thing around. The first thing was belief. Here's the deal, y'all. I needed to have a certain number of businesses collaborate with me to join in forces to make this project work. At the time of the lowest, I had one. I had one person, and the deadline was like a week away. And I was like, are you kidding me? One person? One person wants to work with me? Now, there's a whole can of worms in that, because my most limiting belief that I have is that nobody wants to work with me. Nobody wants to be around me. And that is something that I continually have to overcome. All right. So if you have not figured out what your one thing is, because we all have one, and it's our greatest asset and it's our greatest weakness. And mine is that nobody wants to work with me. And this plays out personally, professionally, in all the areas. And I have to constantly remind myself that no, you are wanted and you are needed. All right. So I had to believe so big that this project has legs. It came out of nowhere, this idea. I tested it. People have told me it has legs. People have told me that this is a great idea. But here we are in this is the 4th launch of this collaboration that I've been doing. And I had one person who wanted to work with me. The only good thing was that she was a returning client, so yay, wasn't a new client. It was somebody who had done this before with me and wanted to do it again. But I had to be like, no, why do I really want to do this? So I reached out to a girlfriend to walk and talk, because that's the best way, I think, is when I walk and talk. And I was telling her my headache, my keeping me up. I'm like, I have one person, the deadline's a week away. I don't know what to do different. What am I missing? And she said, you have to go back to the foundations of why you want to do this. And she goes, it can't be because of the money. It can't be because of you. It has to be, what is it? And I was like, it is a brilliant way to work together and get in front of more people and collaborate. And it's just the way I love to work. I love to be around people who are givers. And this is a great way to do this. So I had to get really nitty gritty on why I was so passionate about this project and what I believed it could do and be for our community. Okay. So once I got that, then number 2, I did not want to look back and think, well, that was cute. He barely put it in. That was a cute effort. I hate the word cute. To me, that's a 4-letter word. And you guys, I get it all the time. They're like, oh, you're so cute. I'm like, oh, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me. So those of you that know me well, you know this. But the word cute, I can't handle. So when I wanted to look back on my efforts, I did not want to think, well, that was cute. You kind of tried. I want to look back and go, okay, you did everything you could. You did everything you could. But here's the thing. I was so stuck in, it's not working. It's not working. I don't know what I could do. I didn't know what to do. Okay. So therefore, I had to lean into my closest gal pals and say, help me. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm stuck in the pickle jar, as I say. I can see where this should go. I know what I wanted to do, but I could not even think clearly because I was so stuck in, it's not working. It's not working. I'm doing everything, or I thought I was doing everything, right? So I needed to believe it. And then I wanted, and I wanted to know that I put everything into it. So I had to ask close people, what can I do? And honestly, I asked my girlfriend, my best girlfriend, Sarah, who's been on the podcast a couple times. I said, Sarah, help me. I need you to kick me in the ass. Tell me what to do. And this is what she did. She listed out and she said words that triggered then ideas for me. And I could have said, I've done that. But I said, okay, I'm going to do it a different way. And I listened and I just started taking action. And the first action was writing an email. And then the second action was private messaging. And then the third action was, oh my gosh, I can create a reel. And then the fourth action was, okay, now I can do another offer with a bonus, and just thinking creatively. I also talked to somebody totally outside my industry, which was super valuable because she was able to ask and poke holes into what I was doing and get me to think differently. And I think that's a huge nugget right there, is asking somebody completely outside your industry, because they will have all the questions because they don't get it, right? So then they'll be able to say, oh, and then you'll be able to clarify things and say things differently for your market. So those are the three things. And the third one was action. And for me, by simply taking action, it then propelled more action and I got traction. So within that week, y'all, I went from feeling, shit, this is not going to work. This isn't working. Oh my God, I suck. This is such an embarrassment. Another great idea that's not going to work, Melissa. Another great idea that's not going to work. Nobody wants to work with you. Blah, blah, blah. Like, holy Hannah. God bless my dear friends. And into like slap in the face, kick in the gut. Melissa, what is the reason you want to do this? Why? And honestly, I don't need this. I don't need to do this extra project in my business, but I believe in it so much that I could not let it go. So I had the belief, and then I wanted and needed to hear and see myself, 2 weeks from now, knowing that I did everything I possibly could, whether it worked or not. I did everything. And then the third thing is that I did the actions, not just came up with all the ideas to do it, but actually did it. And in that time, y'all, I surpassed my goal for enrollment. I had a viral reel, the highest viewed reel I have ever put out. And I've been putting out reels since they started for both my brick and mortar, my coaching, and this project that I do. And I had the highest reel view, which I'm kind of excited about because I didn't use any trends or anything. Like, it was just content. It was solid content. And then I had people ask, like I had cold people ask to be part of this that saw the reel or read the email. And I was so excited. So I went a 180 in a week. So there's a lot of lessons there. Like, a week is so much time to do work. 24 hours is so much time to do work. And when it's working, y'all, it is so exciting. So when you are feeling heavy, when we have a recession and you think nobody's going to spend money on your services, or nobody's going to come into your office, or that you feel like you can't get more clients, I need you to step back and go, number one, do you really believe in it? Why? And get to that nitty gritty to get the fire relit. And then look at your actions. And are you being cute, or are you being a rebel woman? Are you stepping into your power and doing what needs to get done? And then number 3, are you taking the action? Are you doing it? Not saying you're doing it, not thinking about it, not talking about it with your bestie, but doing the freaking work. If you need help, I invite you to schedule a 20-minute call and process and walk through this. See how working together can amplify your business, get your business to move forward. Like I said in the opening, I do have free workshops. Grab them. There's this SEO one that is just totally gold as far as getting your name on the Googles, so that when people look for you, they are knowing what you do and who you are and what you do and who you serve. Also, if you are loving what you're hearing, please follow the show, Brick and Mortar Visibility. That way you are in the know every time something comes up. And if you wouldn't mind, share this with another studio owner that you know, maybe a Pilates studio or yoga studio or somebody else, maybe in another city that you're like, oh my gosh, yes, and share this with them, because everybody needs a little kick in the pants sometimes, right? And if you would be so kind, leave an honest rating and review. They mean the world to me, and I read every single one. So they help me create content, and they also help the show get out to more people. So if you feel so inclined, I would love it if you do that, and I will shout you out on a future episode. Okay, y'all? I hope this was helpful, because this was real. It's amazing what belief and looking at your future self and hard action make for a business. Okay. Have a great week. We'll see you here, same time, same place next week. Peace. Bye-bye.